It's time for this week's episode of Brandon Sports Talk, featuring in-depth interviews from those who are trending in the world of athletics. And now, here's the host of Brandon Sports Talk, Brandon Pate.
Welcome back to Brandon Sports Talk. In today's episode, I have the privilege to interview Ryan Burgess, who is the Buffalo Beauts PA Announcer. How are you doing today?
Not too bad. With how things have gone hockey-wise here in Buffalo recently, I want to get this out of the way right now. Yes, I am wearing a Seattle Kraken shirt, but it's because it's Monday, and I always like to say, let's get Kraken to start the week.
Can you talk about how you knew that you wanted to work in professional sports?
Well, that's an interesting question. I didn't know until I was in high school, and my dad took me to a Sabres preseason game against Columbus. I hear the guy talking out of the big speakers and the music blaring. I'm like, you know what? This would be cool to do. And it's not a day job, or it doesn't pay the bills, but it's a lot of fun. It's the best job in hockey.
How did you know that you wanted to get into professional sports being a PA announcer?
I started going to more and more games, and I had actually started doing my high school basketball team back in the day. So I had a little bit of a base, but as I go to more and more Sabres games, I kind of start to get the feel of how they're presented, and I'm just like, you know what? I want to do this.
What was it like for you to get the job with the Buffalo Beauts as their PA announcer?
Well, that's been a lot of fun, being the Buttes guy. Uh, I the reason I got that job is because they were playing at the same rink where the junior Sabres play, and I've done their games for a long time. I ended up just asking who their general manager at the time, hey, you've seen me do these. Do you mind if I do these women's games too? And she's like, yep, absolutely. So it was kind of low key at the time, but it's grown into something great.
What was it like covering the Sabres junior games?
I actually started with the Junior Sabres in 2012. I started running the video camera for the online broadcast, and then I switched over to doing both the public address and the music the next year. We've had some great teams, some great young men come through because the job on our team is to get players to the next level, whether that's NCAA Division One, Division Three, whether the OHL or other junior hockey's right for them, or whether it's to further their education. That's what we're about. And our organization, the last NHL draft for 2020, we had 5 eligible players to be drafted, and all 5 were drafted.
What is it like to call games for the Buffalo Beauts with Taylor Acurssi and Hunter Accursi and Dominic playing?
Uh, I did not do the past Buttes year, unfortunately, because the games were in Lake Placid and COVID was still a thing. So I unfortunately did not get to do those. But Buttes games are so much fun. The players make it great. The fans make it great. I've called games with Taylor Acurssi scoring a hat trick in the third period to lead the Buttes to a win over Minnesota. Uh, I've called comebacks. Accursi had, I believe, 4 goals in our outdoor game against the Riveters to tie it late. So it's a lot of fun.
What is the day in the life of a Buffalo Beauts PA announcer?
Well, what's my game day like? Let's see. I like to get, and this goes for all of my teams, I like to get to the rink early in case something happens, in case there's a problem with the audio mixer or anything like that. So I get set up, I get my pronunciations and go through them until I'm comfortable. With Canisius, who I do for the NCAA, I'm really good friends with a lot of the players as well. So I'll kick the soccer ball around with them for a little bit. And then I'll get my scripts. And when game time comes, we go.
What is it like working in the professionals and college, of course, with Canisius?
Uh, it's like it's hard to describe, but I just feel like each step in the road from junior hockey to collegiate hockey to the professional women's game, all of those have helped me build experience so that when I get to the professional level and there's a bunch of different things coming at me, that I know that I'm prepared for it and can handle it.
What was it like covering and calling of course, the Isobel Cup win in 2016-17 season?
I unfortunately did not get to do that game. That game was held on the campus of UMass Lowell. So they had their folks do it. I offered, but they said probably wouldn't be, or it was short notice, something like that. But we were watching on TV, or well, it was streamed on ABC Sports, something like that. We were watching online. They won, and I ended up meeting the team bus in the parking lot when they got home to congratulate them.
What are some of your favorite moments and memories, of course, covering the Buffalo Beauts games?
The very first game, that was a lot of fun. The home opener for the second season, we had a player come out as transgender Harrison Brown, and he ended up scoring a goal, the first goal that, was scored as him, and I got to use his name the way he wanted it. So that is a pretty big moment. Some other ones, I loved the year where we had, Shannon Zabras in goal, and Nicole Hensley, of course. That team was just stacked, and unfortunately didn't work out the way that we all wanted it to. But I'm the only, I guess, original person left from the very first Beauts year, and it's something I take a lot of pride in. And I hope that I'm able to do those games for a while still as the league continues to prosper.
Of course, what are some of your favorite memories and some of your catchphrases you have with the Buffalo Beauts?
I'm not really a catchphrase guy, but when I call a goal, I'll draw out Buffalo like really long and then say first goal, second goal, third goal. When I finish calling a penalty, after I give the time, I say, and the Buffalo Beauts are on the power play, and get a big cheer after that.
What is it like whenever, of course, the team comes out for the opening game and you call like the players like Taylor Acurssi, Hunter Accursi, Dominique?
Uh, chills. Chills. The last time I was able to do it, we were able to do a full team introduction, including the coaching staff and all that. Bring the players out one by one with their hometown, position, number, and name. Save the leadership group on the ice for last, captains last always. And there's little girls with them on the ice, and it's just really something special for them and for us as we kick off a new season.
What is a typical game day like before COVID in the NWHL as a PA announcer?
It was a lot more contact, with the players, I think, and just the team staff.
What is something that you learn now that you didn't know before becoming a PA announcer on the professional sports level?
How much work goes into putting these games on, especially at the professional level. One of the other things I got to do that I've been very fortunate to do was to play music for the 2018 IIHF World Junior Tournament. And I got a couple of games at KeyBank Center, which is where the Sabres play. And I was part of a team. I had an audio engineer, so I had somebody handling like all the volume and things for me. All I had to do was pick the music. And there was somebody telling me when to play and when the organist would play. So the more experience I get like that, the better off I'll be to get to the professional men's level.
Of course, what was it like to cover games with no fans, and what do you look forward to happening when fans are allowed in stadiums this year?
That's a fantastic question, Brandon. I appreciate that one. The only games I got to do this past season with COVID were the Canisius hockey games. And certainly the atmosphere that the crowd brings, we missed it a great deal. But I looked at it as an opportunity for myself, because the only energy in the building is going to come from what happens on the ice and what I do. So I had to do my best to keep my boys pumped up. I will be so glad to have fans back in the rink and when we score to get a big cheer. That's probably the thing I've missed most.
Of course, looking into your future, what are some of your future plans with, of course, the Buffalo Beauts?
Uh, I'd like to stick around as long as they would like to have me. It's a position that I take a lot of pride in having, because the great players and the great fans deserve the very best that can be offered in terms of an atmosphere, and it's just something I'm proud of, and I hope to be able to continue that for a long time.
What advice would you give somebody looking to become a PA announcer in sports?
Get experience, and doesn't matter what you do, just be relentless. Offer anything you can, even if it's not the PA job to start. I mean, that's how I started with the Junior Sabres. I started doing something else and then got to move over. Be versatile, uh, be dependable, and always keep a demo reel as you get work, so that way you can show off what you have.
What advice would you give somebody looking to become a PA announcer on the professional level?
A lot of that, it's not about what you know and what you can do, it's who you know at that level. So the advice I would give is to network. Just reach out, speak to as many people as you can, and uh, every conversation has the opportunity to be a learning experience. I mean, I've learned some great things from some of my fellow colleagues as far as how things are done at the NHL level, and that helps me expand on my knowledge and try to incorporate some of that in my games. So
Where
yes,
can,
networking is very important.
where can my listeners find you at on social media?
I'm on Twitter at Burgmania. That's kind of my nickname that I've given myself, and it's stuck. That's BURG Mania. On Instagram, it's at Burgmania87.
Thank you again, Ryan, for your interview, and best of luck in your future. Can you give us a Buffalo Beauts announce opening game?
Let me see, just like a welcome to the ice kind of thing.
Yes.
Good afternoon, hockey fans. The National Women's Hockey League is proud to present today's game featuring the Toronto Six and your Buffalo Beauts. And now, welcome to the ice, your Buffalo Beauts.
Thank you again, Ryan, for your interview, and best of luck in your future with the Buffalo Beauts as their PA announcer.
Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate you asking to have me on, and have a great day to all of y'all listening. Have a great one as well.
Thank you. You can find Brandon Sports Talk on Facebook at Brandon Sports Talk, Instagram at Brandon Sports Talk, Twitter at Talk_Brandon, and you can find me on YouTube at Brandon Sports Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again, Ryan, for your interview, and best of luck.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
You've been watching Brandon Sports Talk. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to Brandon Sports Talk on social media and on YouTube.